What's up, y'all? It's Daily Destiny, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Alright, y'all, I know it has been a minute, but I did want to say, if you are a returning subscriber, hey girl, hey. If you are new to my channel, my name is Destiny. I am 29 years old. I'm an Aries, and yeah, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. So yeah, y'all, I haven't talked to y'all in a minute. It's been a lot going on. But yeah, the house is coming together. I finally got my paintings and things hung up on the wall, but it's been a lot going on, y'all. I quit my job, number one. Yes, I did quit, but I got another job at another office closer to home with way better hours and way better pay. So I've been doing that, and of course the kids went back to school, and it's just been a lot going on. Sorry if y'all hear the fan in the background. Yeah, that's just a fan, ignore that. But yeah, y'all, I am back with another story time. So if you've seen the title of today's video is about one of the two times, y'all, I dated outside of my race. And honey, this is number one, and we're gonna get into it, y'all. We're gonna get into it. So yeah, y'all, this story is about my crazy ex-boyfriend who was psychotic, and I don't know why he was just so weird. So yeah, y'all, we're gonna get into the story. So yeah, I met my ex-boyfriend. We just gonna call him Cigarette because he loved to smoke cigarettes, y'all. So we gonna call him Cigarette. So Cigarette and I met back when I was working in the strip club. So I met Cigarette there at the strip club. Like one day he came in there with a couple of his friends, and at first his friend was trying to talk to me, but you know, like I got a 50 cents in my head. I be knowing which friend to go for and which friend not to go for, or whatever. I be knowing, like, nah, he probably the broke one. So his friend was trying to holler at me first, and I was like, nah, like something told me like, nah, not the friend. So then Cigarette had came over there and tried to holler at me or whatever, you know, complimented me when I was working in the club, bought me some drinks or whatever. So we exchanged phone numbers. So then about 2 weeks later, Cigarette had started coming into the club where I worked at and started telling everybody, like, yeah, that's my girlfriend. Y'all better not be talking to my girlfriend. Me and her go together, you know, that's my girlfriend or whatever. So I'm like, okay, you know, if Cigarette said I'm his girlfriend, then I'm his girlfriend or whatever. So obviously Cigarette smoked cigarettes. Like, him and his friends was just smoking cigarettes back to back, and it was like I didn't really care at that time. Like, it did bother me, but I'm like, whatever, you know, I'm not gonna smoke the cigarette with him. So if he wanna smoke cigarettes, then hey, that's on him or whatever. So he smoked cigarettes or whatever. So we met at the club or whatever. So about 2 weeks after we met, Cigarette was telling everybody I was his girlfriend. Yeah, y'all don't talk to my girlfriend. That's my girlfriend. So me and Cigarette get together, and everything is going good for maybe about the first year in our relationship. Immediately after me and Cigarette got together, although he met me working at the club, he didn't want me working at the club anymore. So he all like, oh no, now that you're my girlfriend, I don't want you working in the club no more. You're gonna have to find you another job or whatever, and I'm gonna, you know, help you out financially, take care of you or whatever if you need some money. So I had got me another job working at the daycare. My first like official real job was working at a daycare, and I had quit working in the club, and Cigarette would like take care of, you know, me and my daughter or whatever. So that was cool, whatever. Like I said, everything was cool for the first year of our relationship. But then Cigarette started to just really get out of control. Now, I don't want to say what race Cigarette was because I don't want to anyone to feel like I'm attacking a specific group of people or that I'm prejudiced or anything like that, because I'm not. But Cigarette was not African American, and that was okay for me, you know. So yeah, Cigarette was not black. So after about a year of Cigarette and I dating, everything is going well. He started to just kind of like get out of control, and there would be little things I would start to notice, like if I wanted to go out with my friends, Cigarette would have a problem with that. He would be like, oh, why is you going out with them? And it's like he would break up with me every single time I went anywhere. Like if I would just go to the movies with my friends, he would break up with me. If me and my friends would go shopping at the mall, he would break up with me. Like he would always text me horrible, nasty things every time I would go out with my friends, and just totally just ruin my night until I came back home and just harassed me and terrorized me. So when Cigarette started to act overprotective and controlling like that, obviously that turned me off, and I didn't want to be in a relationship with him no more. But Cigarette had just kind of got too deep in. Like he wasn't taking, we're breaking up for no answer. So when I had broke up with him, it was like little things started to happen. Like one day I came home from work and took a nap and went to sleep, and it was probably like a Friday night. So I had invited my best friend over, the one from my last story time that I went to Miami with. I had told her to come over and spend the night, so she came over my house. And then like later on that day, we had decided we wanted to go out to a bar and hang. And when we went outside, Cigarette had came over to my house and popped every single tire on my car. So me and my friend couldn't go nowhere. He popped literally every tire on my car. So I'm just looking like, are you serious? Like we go out to my car and it's knife marks just in my tires. And that was the first thing he did. So the next day after Cigarette popped my tires on my car, I came home from work and my porch was just full of bouquets of flowers. Like you couldn't even see the porch. It was just flowers everywhere. He had sent all these flowers trying to apologize and trying to get back on me. But it was like, you literally popped all my tires on my car and you know I have a kid. Why would you do that? So then the next thing Cigarette did was he just started stalking me. Like he wouldn't take no for an answer. He would constantly call all day, text all day, ride past my house, come up to my job. Like he did not understand that I was not dealing with him anymore. I didn't want to deal with him. He was too possessive. He was too controlling. I couldn't do nothing. And it's like, I'm not in jail. Like, why are you treating me in jail? Oh, and on top of that, I forgot to mention this part of the story. I told y'all that Cigarette was not black. So Cigarette dad, in where Cigarette was from, they still live with their parents up until marriage. So he still lived at home with his parents. They lived in a big, nice house. And Cigarette dad didn't like me because I was African American. So I wasn't allowed to go over to their house or spend time at their home whenever Cigarette's dad was there. And every year he would go back to their home country where they were from for about 2 or 3 months to make money and work and stuff. And that would be the time where it would be cool for me to go over to Cigarette house because his mom and his sisters and everybody, they liked me. So they were okay with me coming over, but his dad did not want anything to do with me because of my race. So yeah, that was that about Cigarette's family. So yeah, he stayed at home with his parents or whatever, which I didn't mind because I had my own place. I've been on my own since I was 17, and he would just come and stay with me at my house or whatever, which, you know, that was cool. But sometimes he would want to go home or whatever and spend time with his family, and the rest of his family was nice. And so I would go there and spend time with Cigarette at his home or whatever, whenever the dad was visiting family back in their home country. So one day while we were broken up, after Cigarette had been calling and texting me all day while I was at work, I'm at home asleep in the middle of the night. It's probably about like 1 a.m. I hear my window making noise. So I'm looking like, I know I'm not crazy. Like, what is that or whatever. So I hear my window like opening, like somebody trying to open up my window. So I immediately jump up and get in survival mode, because at the time I had my daughter's crib in my room, like right next to my bed. My daughter was about like 1 or 2 around the time when me and Cigarette was together. So I had my daughter's crib right there. So I immediately hop up, because I'm a light sleeper. Ever since I became a mother, I became a light sleeper anyway. So I hop up and I see Cigarette climbing through my window. Why are you climbing through my window? So now y'all know them little table and chair sets that kids be having in their room, and they be having like the little characters on it, like Mickey Mouse table, Paw Patrol. They sell them at Walmart, Target, them little tables. Baby, I picked up one of them chairs and I beat the heck out of him while he was coming through the window. Because why are you breaking in my house? I've hooked up with you. You been calling, texting, stalking, riding past, coming to my job, sending flowers. You done popped every tire on my car. You done ran off all my friends, everything. Like, what more do you want from me? What more do you want from my life? You trying to break in my house? That's the last straw. So, long story short, I beat the heck out of him with the metal chair, with one of the chairs to the table and chair set, and his arm got broke. And that was on him. Like, you don't climb through nobody's window in the middle of the night after they clearly said they were done with you and they broke up with you. Like, you are a complete weirdo. You are just very, very weird. And honey, the second and final time I dated outside of my race was just, like I said, maybe these men were just bad men. I'm not saying that it had anything to do with what race they were. I'm just saying that I noticed the 2 and only times that I did decide to do something different and step outside the box and did outside of my race, they were 2 complete psychopaths. And it just wasn't giving what I thought it was gonna give. So yeah, y'all, that is the story about my crazy ex-boyfriend. I wound up breaking one of his arms that day, and after that he pretty much got the message that I didn't want to deal with him, and he left me alone. And he did stalk me for a little while after that, but from a distance. He didn't come back to my house and try to break in and try to do none of the crazy stuff that he tried, because I think he knew when he got beat with that chair that I wasn't playing with him, and I was pretty much done. So yeah, y'all, if y'all enjoyed this story, then leave a like and comment down below, and I will see y'all in my next one.